3 weeks ago, news broke that TSM was looking at benching Wildturtle in favor of Keith from Team Liquid. And last week, we got to see Keith play his first game in a TSM uniform. Then, the next day, we got to see Wildturtle start versus Gravity. So benched, unbenched. Well, what was it going to be? Fantasy owners are a little bit angry, and to them I say, well, welcome to fantasy sports. But the bigger question is, how is this going to play out for TSM in the future? Let's actually go over what led to this decision in the first place, which was Wildturtle's quickly declining production, especially when compared to last split. Now, last split, Wildturtle had the best numbers of his career. He led the league in kills with 108 and did more damage per minute than any other starting AD carry in the LCS. His success was one of the main reasons the TSM looked so strong heading into MSI and during the NA playoffs. TSM had a second carry threat to complement Bjergsen, and it was working wonders. But this split, it's been a different story entirely. Instead of being first in the league in kills, he is now 14th. And instead of doing the most damage for 80 carries, he's ranked dead last amongst 80 carries who have started more than 2 games. And that's with TSM sitting in first place. Normally, it's easy for an 80 carry to excel on a winning team. But for an 80 carry to flounder while their team still achieves victories, that's a rarity. So enter Keith. Last split, he had the unenviable task of filling in for perhaps the highest profile acquisition in League of Legends history when he subbed in for Piglet. And well, Keith, he didn't disappoint.
Here come the shots. Keith trying to focus down a Link. That was a headshot. Can he get one more? Peacemaker making peace throughout the land.
Holy moly. Keith is fed.
In his first 6 games, Keith had more kills per game, 7.3, than any player in the LCS. He also helped Team Liquid win 5 of those 6 games, at a time when Team Liquid couldn't buy a win with Piglet in the lineup. Consider that Keith entered into a chaotic situation while still in high school, played his first 6 games in that environment on the LCS stage, and then posted the best numbers of all 80 carries in the LCS. I'd say that's some potential. Now let's look at last week. Both players got a chance to play, and while it's hard to make a direct comparison based on the difference of opponents, even with Keith looking meh, he still dealt more damage per minute than any 80 carry in the LCS not named Piglet. Now, for comparison's sake, Turtle averages 398 damage per minute in games this split, whereas Keith, he posted 595 in his underwhelming debut with TSM. But there's far more to decide who the starting 80 carry for TSM should be. The Wildturtle camp can point to a multitude of big TSM moments during Turtle's time. His pentakill during his LCS debut, his quadra kill to end the series with Cloud9 in 2014 and send TSM to Worlds as the #1 seed, or any of his quadra kills last split in the NA playoffs. I mean, Turtle has been front and center in so many of TSM's successes that it is hard to imagine the team without him. But Keith is also a potential star. He too lives up to the moment, as has been seen during his short stint in the LCS. He's posted a 7-1 record along with monster numbers. So at the end of the day, Turtle or Keith both make sense as suitable starters for TSM. Turtle has the aggressiveness and history, but needs to pick up his production, whereas Keith, he's the newer model with more upside, but he lacks experience and polish. The coming weeks are going to decide a lot. Whoever performs best will start. And Wildturtle, he knows all about what can happen after a big performance by a substitute.
That's going to be a quadra kill. Can he get the pentakill? Front you 1-on-1. It's going to be the pentakill for a beautiful play. Wildturtle stepping up. Chaos, you have something to answer right now because your replacement is doing a fantastic job.
And of course, TSM can always